Alright, so we all know that one character in our favorite anime that can do cool pen swing moves, so I'm gonna teach you one right now so you can be that one cool character. So we're gonna do something called a Twisted Sonic, which looks just like this. And just grab your pen, pencil, whatever you have. I'm gonna use this pen right here, and here's how we're gonna do it. Put it in between your middle and your ring, and then just kind of hold it, keep it down, whatever you wanna do. You're gonna bring it down, bring it around, grab it, and bring it back down. So that's just down, around, over and down. Once you get the muscle memory, you can start smoothing it out and it'll look something like that. So, hope that helps.
Hold up. You hear that, homegirl? That's the sound of my little pea brain rattling around in my fucking skull. I'm dumb as shit.
Things narcissistic mothers say, translated into English. I'm your mother, and you need to treat me with some respect.
I've tried now 5 times to gaslight you, and it's not working. What's wrong with you? Are you broken? You're convinced you did nothing wrong, even though I'm trying to convince you that you're a bad person. This isn't how I trained you. You think the truth is more important than your mother. I'm out of ways to gaslight you. So hopefully this one-liner makes you feel guilty enough to take my side on whatever irrelevant bullshit I'm badgering you over.
Well, there you have it.
If you've ever had a hamster, please comment how it died. I swear to God, they die in the most traumatic way.
So I absolutely win this trend. When I was about 8 years old, I got a pet hamster. I named him Butters. He was a little blonde, fluffy hamster. And every time I tried to touch him or even looked at him, he bit me. And I hated his guts. So I told my mom I would really like a different hamster because this one is mean. And I swear it's evil. He always gets out of his cage and just keeps chewing through everything like a maniac. We took him back to the pet store and said, hey, can we get a different one? And they said, sure, no problem. Awesome pet store, right? And then the next day after I returned my hamster, the pet store burned to the ground because of a rodent getting loose and chewing through the electrical wires. And I am convinced in my 8-year-old mind that I burned the pet store down with all of the animals in it to this day. And I carry that with me.
If I walked in on my son wearing a skirt, there are some things I would not accept. 1, why did you go shopping without me? You know I have killer style. 2, why didn't you get me a matching skirt? You know I'll use any chance I can to show off my hairy legs.
It is 7:11 in the fucking morning and I'm already having a weird day. My boss's truck is here, he's nowhere to be found. My coworker's backpack is here, nowhere to be found. And just as a little icing on the cake, there's an ominous fog outside, so I think I'm about to be murdered by some supernatural fucking entities. I mean, I also ran over a squirrel like 200 meters that way, but all things considered, this is probably a 2 out of 10 on the weird factoid scale.
Mom always leaves me and Dad home on Saturday nights, and then me and Dad go get ice cream in the car after dinner. I have to sit in the back seat until I'm a big boy, though. I go in the kitchen to see what Dad's cooking for dinner after my Barney movie is over, but he's not in there this time. I saw a note on the counter that said Mom and Uncle James were going somewhere together. I'm not sure, I don't read that well. I go find Dad in the garage. I shut the door behind me like I'm supposed to. Dad's in the car already and has the car turned on. We must not be eating dinner tonight, only ice cream. I get in the back seat behind Dad since I'm not a big boy yet. Dad didn't say anything when I said hello to him. Maybe he can't hear me over the loud car. I think I'll take a nap on the way to ice cream. I feel kinda sleepy.
Alright, y'all, what's something that's only on your bucket list because of an anime?
Call me basic, but homemade chocolate on Valentine's Day. Like, I can hear people saying, Thomas, you can do that now, but conveniently, I'm never really dating anyone around Valentine's Day. And thus, I can never get those really special homemade chocolates that are supposed to signify that, oh no, I really specifically like you, that I'm supposed to like make a return gift for a month later. So that's on my bucket list. Until then, I'll just keep eating this bowl of chocolate chips.
You know, when it first started, I didn't really notice. I thought my romantic life was just a disaster. I thought, oh, haha, I'm woman repellent, and I made a fun joke, and that was it. Then I started watching Neon Genesis Evangelion. Loved the series, loved the movies, watch all the rebuilds. My favorite character was Asuka. few weeks ago, I started playing Dungeons & Dragons full-heartedly as the Dungeon Master. Last night, I watched Dark Knight and fully enjoyed Heath Ledger's portrayal of the Joker. I thought that was really good. This character is really fun. This morning, I picked out this outfit on my own accord. This is a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure t-shirt, and there is a chain on the belt. I listen to male manipulator music. I'm turning into an incel! If it gets any worse, in the next 2 to 3 weeks, if I start wearing a fedora or an Apple Watch, I need you to take me out back and shoot me like a lame horse because I can't keep living like this.
Every single man needs to try to buy women's clothing in their size. Not make a full purchase, but try to navigate the sizing. I dare you. When I was in college, I was trying to do a David Bowie costume for Halloween, and I found these leggings online with the lightning bolts. I thought they looked great. I was trying to find my size. I had never had to look through like size 2, 4, size 6, or whatever. And anytime like the pant leg was the right length for me, the waist would be too big, or vice versa. If it was the right waist, it was the wrong leg. I couldn't figure it out. My friend Samantha was next to me. I was like, Samantha, this makes no sense to me. And she just looked me dead in the face and she was like, yeah. But what about for like people that are thin and tall? Where's their size? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, but none of this makes sense. How do you find any clothes that fit you? She was like, yeah. Then she was like, wait till you learn about pockets and bra prices.
Oh, please.
Oh my God, you guys hearing this? His mom's really yelling at him.
Jeremy, how do you work this thing?
Hello?
You the one keeping my son up all night?
No.
Who are you? How do you know my son? And why are you laughing?
Oh, jeez. Okay. Why are you screaming in my ear? Calm down.
My son has got no sleep this week because of you. What are you doing?
Listen, Karen, I don't know why you're yelling.
My name isn't Karen, it's Susan.
Same thing. You're still a Karen.
Stop acting like a little kid.
Oh, really? That's not what your husband said last night.
Don't you dare talk about my husband Craig that way.
Dude, I feel bad for your son. He has to deal with a mom like you.
And I feel bad for your father have to deal with a whore of a daughter like you.
Okay. You know what?
Oh my goodness! Please, stop that.
You deserve that.
You should not be talking to adults like this. I'll be calling the cops.
Oh my goodness. Go ahead, call the cops.
I will right now.
What are you gonna tell them?
I'll tell them I'm being harassed online.
Yeah, okay. Just get off your son's game. You're crazy.
Go provide for a man as a woman should.
Oh my goodness. It's the internalized misogyny for me.
You'll be hearing from my lawyer.
Goodbye.
So, I don't know if my son is a genius or just an asshole. He woke me up yesterday saying, Dad, let's go to the mall. Why? Why do we need to go to the mall? Remember, we got to be careful about how much money we're spending because we have to move soon. I just want to be out in public and I want to wear all my get fucked Karen shit. Why do you want to do that? Because I want a Karen to talk shit and I want to tell her to get fucked. All right, let's go. So he puts on his hoodie, puts on his hat and everything else, and we take off to the mall. We start walking around and sure and shit, here comes Karen. Excuse me, don't you think he's a little young to be wearing that kind of a sweatshirt? No, it's my brand and he wants to support me. I think he should take it off. My son looks at her and says, okay, Karen, and he starts taking off his hat and his hoodie, only to reveal his Get Fucked Karen t-shirt. Oh, wow, really? My son looks at her and says, yeah, and if you want me to remove the rest of my clothes, well, I have some Get Fucked Karen underwear too. And if you want me to take those off, well, that's just child pedophilia. Oh, Jesus, dude. Ugh, whatever, I'm leaving. Get fucked, Karen. Merch link in bio.
Honestly, I'm just waiting on the super straight crowd to realize that non-binary people are a thing that exist. Because if it's not about transphobia and it really is just about holding specific preferences, at some point they're going to be confronted with the fact that there are non-binary people who are aligned with those preferences. Whether those might be presenting a certain way or having a specific type of genitalia or being able to produce your own biological children. And if being super straight is still exclusionary to these people, not because of any so-called preferences, but simply because they're trans, then yes, it is transphobic. And if it's not exclusionary to non-binary people and you could still hypothetically be attracted to them, then that's not super straight at all, that's gay. If they thought critically about this for even 5 seconds, they would know it doesn't really hold up. And to the people who are weakly defending it with, it's just a joke, I know. It's a joke about excluding trans people. It's not funny.
Having ADHD can suck. No, I'm not talking about the one where people think they're hyper, so they go, ah, I have ADHD to joke around. I mean, if you actually being diagnosed with it, like, you actually have ADHD, it's a real thing. I mean, it can fuck up damn everything in your life, and you don't even realize it. Sum it up, your brain isn't producing enough dopamine, so you're constantly looking for ways to get it. But there's probably quite a few areas in your life you didn't realize that's why you're doing certain things. For example, oftentimes people with ADHD struggle with eating constantly. For no other reason than you're just bored. You're snacking constantly because you just need something to make you feel like you're entertained, get that dopamine. It's almost impossible for you to finish a task. You're constantly hopping back and forth. Even if you're doing chores, you can't stay on one chore long enough. When you finally do find a task that interests you, you can hyper focus on that task for hours upon hours. That's probably why you have friends you wonder how they can sit on one video game for 14 hours without moving. Make it hard for you to grasp information or learn or stay focused for sure, but it's not your fault. It's just hard for you to do it. But oftentimes you can feel like shit because you have all these ambitions to get things done, but you never seem to be able to.
Tell me which era of YouTube you grew up with without telling me which era of YouTube you grew up with.
So wait, tell me about the show again, man. Yeah, so basically there's like these two friends and they live together, but it's complicated, and the one of them has like psychopathic tendencies that drives the other one insane. Wow, that's some heavy stuff, dude. What kind of things did he do? Well, one time, he literally stabbed a dude to death. Another time, he, like, literally consumed a bartender, like, with his mouth. He ate him. And this one time, he set off a nuclear bomb and sent a bunch of, like, floating severed faces of humans on balloons floating by for his friend's birthday. So, yeah. Wow, that's fucking dark. Was this a high-budget show? Oh no, dude, this is like a cartoon. Seriously, who would make a cartoon about people like this? Oh, it wasn't about people. It was about llamas. What? With hats.
Hey, I haven't seen Minetta in a few hours. Why concern yourself with a bundle of grapes that could easily be smashed into wine? Poetry book, my retribution upon you both will be swift. You're pretty unmanly, me, to not check in on everybody once in a while. You might be too chivalrous for your own good, Kirishima. Oyama, what are you looking at? Nothing. Nothing at all. Okay. I'd say just enjoy the silence for now. That statement can also be viable in reference to Bakugo. Stop talking about me like I'm not in the room, you half-thought hot pocket! I'm going to let you know that it does not get funnier the more you keep repeating that. Hey, lovely brethren of 1A. Well, that answers your question, Kirishima. How did no one hear him up there? Sarah? Yep. Do you have a reasonable explanation for this? Oh, my quirk training has allowed me to develop a double-sided tape variant. I see. And testing how durable and long-lasting it is. Oh, will he still be there by the time we finish eating lunch and come back? Is that your way of asking us to eat some chicken nuggets with you? I mean, I just heard the ding of the oven, so they must be piping hot right about now. Yes! Seriously, what the hell are you looking at?
Do I encourage people to date women? Absolutely not! You gonna fall in love with a snuggly girl? You're never going to the gym again! Your life is Netflix and sweatpants now! Lots of blankets! 30 blankets! You made your choice! Oh, I like this girl. She made me delicious cookies. Fast forward 2 years and you're too fat to leave. You didn't realize at the time. Eat your cinnamon bun and sit down, boy. Oh, this girl's kind of cute and nerdy. Let's go on a date. Now you're watching Harry Potter marathons 3 times a year in your Hogwarts house colors. I am a Hufflepuff. And if you find one that is all 3 of these things, run. Run as fast as you can. For you will never step outside again.
OnlyFans idea, but this one's for the guys. You sell your hoodies to women that want to buy your hoodies. Give them a nice little spritz of cologne, maybe a nice little note, and then you just keep the difference and then buy new hoodies. Feel like this could be a thing, people!
Can someone please tell me what I can do so that when I'm on walks at night and I have to walk behind a woman and I can tell that she's physically like wary of me, is there like a way that I can communicate that I'm not a threatening person? Because usually I cross the street to make them feel more comfortable, but I can't always do that. And for the longest time, my go-to was to put my phone up to my ear and like pretend I was talking on the phone, and I would just explain in detail the plot of a random anime, and I would always choose like the most non-threatening anime. Like literally last night I did this and I was like, yeah dude, Skate the Infinity, it's skateboarding, but it's they're all gay and that's cool. And just please, I don't want to fucking scare people, dude. I genuinely do not want people to feel unsafe around me or because of me.
The milk fic. The milk fic? The fuck is the milk fic? I'm not trusting you.
The milk fic. The original milk fic on Wattpad. This is about to go south, isn't it?
You are reading the original milk fic short story. I already don't like this, and I just started reading like the first sentence. This is really sexual.
Yeah, no, second paragraph I'm already done. Read that at your own risk. Yeah. Jaden, I can't believe you did that to me.
I trusted you.
Everyone else have it good. You have a day.
Want to know if you're good at sex? When you finish, does she lay there for a second? Or does she get straight up?
Okay, so not to brag, but she has been laying there for a little while. I should probably check on her. I'm gonna go check on her. Okay, so hypothetically, if there were a dead hooker in your house, how would you take care of that? How would you deal with that? What would you do? Hypothetically, of course,
Raising geek children, an actual parental conversation I've had. One of many. Hey dude, it was great that you let your kid come to the birthday party today. We were happy to bring her home. Yeah, she said she had a great time. Is that a unicorn head she's carrying around? Yeah, we had a unicorn piñata, and that's actually something we kind of wanted to say something about, just so you know. Something I need to know? Yeah, you know when most kids hit the piñata and the thing comes apart and everybody runs for the candy? You know that? Yeah, it's like a 6th grade mosh pit. Messy, yelling, lots. Yeah, well, your kid didn't actually run for the candy. She ran for the piñata's head, ripped it off, and held it above her head. And then she said, oh God, what did she say? She loudly proclaimed, put it on a pike as a warning to all the others. Oh no. I mean, I gotta admit, it was pretty epic and funny. So can we keep the piñata head? Oh yeah, sure man, it's hers. True story.
Guys, we give too much crap to bards for being horny. Every class is horny, come on. Clerics, horny for God. Paladins, horny for God and justice. Warlocks, horny for power. Druids, horny for nature. Like specifically Mother Nature in a creepy Thanos-y kind of way. Rangers, horny for the hunt. Blood hunters, horny for the hunt, but edgy. Artificers, horny for bots. Barbarians are probably just regular horny. There's not much going on up there. Fighters are horny in an entirely boring cisgender heterosexual way. Rogues are horny for the shiny. Wizards are horny for magic. Sorcerers are horny for magic, but like their daddy's magic. And y'all give shit to bards for being horny. Again, everybody horny. Everybody fucks. Except for the people who don't fuck. They're horny for something else. I don't know what it is though.
One reason why I shouldn't. To be honest with you, I really can't think of one. Wait, what? Yeah, life is pretty sad and dark, so you might as well jump. No, you're supposed to say, like, there's so much to live for and, like, life is awesome. No, I'm not, because there's nothing to look forward to. Actually, my wife fucked my brother, so that's where I'm at. I'm sorry to hear that. What are you gonna do? Actually, hold on, stay there. Wait, where are you going? What's up, buddy? What? Yeah, I'm gonna join you here. Wait, no. Ready to do this thing? Who are you? What's going on, guys? The view up here is insane, right? If you look over there by those mountains, right there. Oh my God! You exploded! Like a cherry! I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Let's get down. Oh my God! Oh my God!
If you're at Pride and you see anybody with this flag, understand you have to. I'm so glad that that video blew up and that you all are spreading the word about this. But I forgot one symbol that I have to remind you all about. And TikTok may actually take this one down, so spread it as fast as you can. If you see anybody with the NAMBLA logo on their person, it has to be an on-site encounter. Trigger warning to all the people who are sensitive to topics about pedophilia. If you thought maps were bad, this is 1,000 times worse. It is a literal organization of pedophiles whose main goal is to get rid of all sexual consent laws regarding children. They've even stated in the past that they want sexual access to children as young as 8, and I don't mean years old. And they will try to sneak their way into Pride. Literally back in 2016, they tried it once with Antifa. Pause to read this banner. Now, I don't want to quell the fear because this organization has mostly gone underground. But they have tried and most likely will try to come back, so be wary.